good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are listening to around the world. This is the last Race for Europe show of the season, and I am sure it will be a cracker, as it always is. Big up to my panel, big up to all of you in the chat. Make sure you've hit the like button, make sure you've subscribed. We are going to talk about Manchester City lifting yet another trophy. I know it's boring, but we've got to do it. We are going to talk about Mikel ARTETA movement, about being out at Arsenal. Is that harsh? Is it fair? Is it understandable? We're going to discuss that. We're going to talk about some of the team of the season, some of the players of the season, and also some of the moments of the season. We've got it all to come, people, so please stay tuned. Big up to Billy, big up to Dan, big up to Pete. Big up to Lawless, big up to Maz, and we have got LB and Errol joining us very shortly. So please do not worry. LB will definitely be here, unfortunately. Let's start with Arsenal because I am here and LB is not. Let's come to you, Pete. Arteta out movement is happening in the last 24 hours. Is that a madness? Is it fair? Is it debatable? Or is it just damn right stupid? Where are you at, bruv?
I'm not going to lie, Potts. I don't expect anything less from the Arsenal fan base. I don't. This is absolute typical behaviour from sections of your fan base. Do I think it's mad? Yeah, I think it's wild. You were 2 points off winning the title. You've made progress from last season. And to think that they now want the manager out, I think that's absolutely ludicrous. I do. I genuinely do. The first that I've heard of that is you actually saying it to me just then. I can't believe that. But yeah, wild take for me. Arteta should be given the tools to build again for another season of chasing the title. Because honestly, I genuinely think that next season will be your best chance of winning a Premier League title. I think you've built year upon year, and I think next year could be even better. The way you've built this team is not for the short term. You've built a quality team of players that could potentially not just go on and win one title next year, but maybe go and win on 2 or 3 over the next 5. That's what you're building right now. And to throw that away just because some sections of the fan base are disappointed because they didn't win the league. Of course, you're going to be disappointed, but to want the manager out, I don't know. I'd be interested to see what other people think about it, but I think that's absolutely ludicrous.
All I could see was Lawless just smiling the whole time, but that's all I was focusing on.
Yeah, well, I was just like, it's very. I was thinking like, yeah, maybe next season will be their best season once they take Isak, Pete. You know what I mean? It's the turkeys voting for Thanksgiving. Right there, but you know what the thing is, the way I look at it,
getting it tonight. You're getting it just for that comment. You're getting it tonight. Yeah. You've dug your own grave, your own fault.
But they're coming for a few of your players, Pete. So just brace yourself, right? But yeah, I think the thing is, the way I look at it with Matt, on the surface, you think, oh, it's harsh building, all of this stuff, right? And with everything with Moyes this season, it's given me a new perspective on management and when is it okay to move on from a manager?
This is going to be a stupid answer. You just know already.
I think it's quite philosophical. I think it's quite intelligent because I don't think that you should just move on with managers when they've had an absolute disaster class. Like for Arteta, to sack him, Arsenal have to like finish outside of Europe or get Conference League or something. Then it's okay to move on. I think you have to be forward thinking, and you have to look and say, is Arteta the man to get us over the line, or is he the nearly man? Have we got a really good squad that is capable of winning the league that someone better than Arteta could utilize and do better with? Is there someone out there better than Arteta that could do better with that team? That's the question. And if you can get that person, why not go out and get it? I'm not saying
would you sack him and go and get someone else?
Yeah, like sacking. People look at sacking as a punishment. Like we're sacking you, we're punishing you for not living up to the expectation, for not delivering. That's why. So you're punished with you're sacked. I don't think that's how it should be looked at. It's thank you. You've done a really good job to get us up to this point, but we feel like, you know, you're not the man to sub. We
So
want to.
who would you get? Who would you get then?
Yeah, you put me on the spot there. I mean, we can sit there and look. Maybe Tuchel. You get this squad. So Arteta's your builder, and Tuchel's your finisher. He's the one who's going to go and get the trophy, for example. That's just off the top of my head. So no one go, oh, Tuchel. But I'm just putting that because I'm thinking who's available. But we could spend ages really analysing it. But yeah, Arteta.
Do you not think that Mikel Arteta, this is coming from someone who's had concerns and not had faith in him, do you not think he's done enough to deserve the last year of his contract for next season to add some more quality and get us across the line? And I'm not saying that is... Go on.
I don't think it's about deserve. That's the thing. Deserve is... Did David Moyes deserve to get a new deal based on 3 seasons in a row in Europe? Maybe, but it's not about deserves. You have to look at the bigger picture. Just because he deserves it doesn't mean he should get it, right? And that's how you got to look at it. You got to be ruthless. You got to be brutal. There's no room for sentiment when you want to be elite, when you want to get over the line and be, you know what I mean?
Look at how smug he is. Look at how smug he is. He's talking with a big smile on his face.
I'm looking at Errol's smile. I'm like, he's distracting me.
Yeah, but
this is just my normal face, lad.
No, but is what he's saying, lads, is what he's saying like ridiculous though, on the base of it? Like, take the Tuchel. I don't think Thomas Tuchel is good enough at all. But is what he's saying really that bad?
I understand what he's trying to say, but I don't think it's the right thing to do for Arsenal at the minute.
Well, I think I successfully said it, Billy. I don't think I tried to say it. I think I actually said it.
I could understand what he's saying, but I don't think he's...
Why do you think?
Right,
Why do you think that? Why do you think that, Billy? Why do you think Arsenal should stick with Arteta, and why?
Yeah, I think Arsenal should stick with Arteta because with the state of the managerial market as it is,
market's cooked.
There's no one there that better suited that can come in. It's not like Arteta's just had a howler of a season and it's a case of does he go, does he stay? Arteta's just taken it to the last day of the season against Man City. All right, he's missed out only just, but there's nobody else in world football at the minute that can do a better job with that set of players than Mikel Arteta. He's got his idea, he's got his philosophy, everything is his, and there's no one better to take it over. I could understand if the managerial market was full of top talent, but
Like Emery.
Exactly. But it's deserted at the minute.
I'm baffled, boys. What's going on here? We're talking about Arteta leaving Arsenal. Why is this even a thing? Like, who's saying this? I'm baffled by anyone saying that Arteta should leave Arsenal. Like, he's had a very successful season, like Billy said. He's come second against one of the best Man City sides ever, who've just won 4 in a row. We all know how elite they are when it comes into the last 15 games of the season. And then you're saying that he needs to be. I get the argument of, is he the guy to win you that Premier League? That's a completely different conversation, I think. But what he's done so far, to even talk about him leaving, is insane to me. And also the market's cooked. There's not who's going to come in and take that job and really win the league. You're coming up against Pep Guardiola, one of the best managers ever.
I think the issue stems from the fact that for a lot of Arsenal fans, moving to the Emirates was always seen as the stepping stone to be able to transform themselves into a Bayern Munich or a Real Madrid. Now, that's not to say that was going to happen instantly, but the hope and the aspiration was to eventually get themselves to that kind of status in world football. Now, if you see how those managers, and I think again, Arsenal's PR is a double-edged sword, because ultimately you can't look at the PR from how long ago did you move into the Emirates? Perhaps 15 years. Yeah, best part of nearly 15 years, something like that. You can't look at the PR from back then and those sweeping statements and still hold it by today's standard. Football has changed dramatically since then, but I think a lot of Arsenal fans still hold that as the measuring stick. Now, if you see and observe how the Real Madrid and the Bayern Munichs operate at the top echelons of world football, they only class success in the simple metric of silverware. Have you obtained silverware in your tenure? Yes or no? How much silverware will then also determine how successful someone can be viewed as. And I think based on that, there is a little bit of a disparity between the reality, where, as Maz has just said, you've had a decent enough season. You've pushed Man City to the very last day of the Premier League. You didn't walk it. You didn't bottle it. You fell short, but you aren't the only team to have done that. Liverpool have done that and still got their flowers for being heralded as a top class team. But the other end of that sword is Arsenal fans desire the silverware. So if the silverware doesn't follow, they can't really fully buy into all of the other things that are the untangibles, because you can hold on to the silverware. You can throw the silverware in your rival's face. You can turn around and say, we're going to cook you because we want X or Y or Z. But while they haven't got that, there are a section of Arsenal fans that will then not be able to appreciate the intangibles and the progress and the building works and the building blocks that Arteta's done. So to me, it seems like there's a balance that I don't think Arsenal fans will ever get unless they feel that they've got a world-class manager at the top, so then they can use that as their excuse. You know, we're going to go somewhere now because we've got him there in charge. He's world-class. We can stick our chests out. Or he can turn around and eventually say, well, do you know what? It's been 5 years. He's not only won an FA Cup, he's now won the Champions League, or he's won the Europa League, or he's won, the Premier League. We can stick by him. And I think that's what Arsenal fans are holding out for. They want that tangible bit of evidence to really, really go all in on Mikel Arteta. And for me personally, I'm a bit like you, Maz. I think they've had a relatively good season. It's just very, very disheartening when you get so close, you fall short, and then you look at the rest of the season and there's nothing to show for it, because ultimately you was only in one race.
I think as well, Errol, like, just quickly before I bring Dan United in on this one, I'll be interested to know what Dan thinks as well. The whole Klopp and Arteta comparison has always been mad to me, because Klopp was ridiculously good and elite and has won everything in football. But in terms of the actual project of Liverpool and the project of Arsenal, I can understand why people were mentioning terms such as, well, it took Klopp X amount of time, it took Klopp X amount of time. Would you look at the situation of coming second and experiencing it, how disheartening it is, and think stick with him because it could be the making of something? I'll be interested to know, because you could have got rid of Klopp, you could have got rid of Klopp and gone, well, he didn't win it, so get rid of him. Do you see what I'm saying? He had the other trophies to back it up, but
I bantered at the early part of the season and was like, Mick's just Brendan 2.0. He's the Spanish Brendan Rodgers. I think this season, to me, more than anything else, has proven that he's not. He's clearly a level above what Brendan Rodgers was ever at when he was at Liverpool. And I say that because Brendan Rodgers had a freak. I don't think you've got, and I know you're probably going to maybe possibly heavily disagree, but I don't think you've got anybody that's on Suarez's level. 13-14 Suarez pisses all over that Arsenal's best attackers, best players. I don't think you've got anything of that. And Brendan Rodgers had that and still couldn't get it over the line. And I think what Mikel Arteta's done is made more of a team. And within that team, the team are there capable of pushing. I would just like to hope that having 2 years experience, then taking on Champions League additional responsibilities in those games in the week, really does help mature your side in the next 12 months. Because I said the last season, getting as far as he did last year was going to build a rod for his back. The rod is still there, but it's now how he overcomes and sees. Because what Klopp did in his tenure, it was Champions League and Prem, and that was fine because that's what Liverpool fans wanted. But we'd always say he's throwing away the Carabao Cup, he's throwing away the FA Cup. Eventually, it's as he built the full squad and had the full complement, he would, whether we did it or we didn't, he was able to challenge on all four fronts. And I think Arteta needs to get into that mould now. I think, all right, you've missed out on the big trophies in 5 years, which Klopp was able to achieve. So the comparison's gone. But what Klopp did in the next phase was, all right, I've won the big ones, but but how do I build a team and a squad capable of being able to challenge on every single front and go deep into all of those competitions? And I think that's where Arteta needs to turn his focus if he's going to get the grace and the goodwill of the Arsenal faithful. It's got to be to look serious, because at the end of the day, if yous were in the Carabao Cup and yous were in the semi-finals and make it into the finals, that's January, February times. Your fans are going to be in full song thinking, well, we're on for a good season here.
Like you were, mate.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. No, like at that point in time,
that was really harsh, but it was funny. Sorry.
No, it is. No, it's true though. It's true. Having that platform allows you to believe and hope that things are going to be better.
It breeds confidence, man. If that's why Pep goes for every year.
And then based on
he didn't because of the Club World Cup, but actually you're right in that. And I mean, Kai's made a point here.
Sorry, but it's not only in that. What you've done in the last 2 seasons, coupled with then doing the Carabao Cup early and going far in the FA Cup, would actually galvanise you to think, okay, something has changed. We've become winners. That's the change. Let's continue winning. And I think that's where Arteta needs to take it if he's going to get another year.
The Klopp comparison's a bit stupid, though, because Klopp won a Champions League in his second full season.
Exactly. No, I agree. I agree.
Right. Third full season, whatever. Third full season in the club.
I think the reason people are doing it is because they're saying Klopp won one Premier League in 9 years. That's what they're saying. So
he won half a season, Dan.
Oh, half a season. I was thinking of Europa. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, my mistake. Yeah.
So, like Kai's put here, don't worry, he'll get another 200 million to spend in the summer. I think he will, and I think that we'll strengthen. I think we'll get a number 9. I think we'll get a midfielder. We need a backup for a couple of positions as well. So I think he gets next year, and I honestly believe that there'll be question marks if he doesn't win a trophy. And I think that's fair. You know, where's the cutoff point? You know, how long do we keep going with this project? Do you know what I'm saying?
It won't be question marks. He'll leave the club. He'll go.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's got a year left on his contract. Like, give him the opportunity to go again and to see if he can achieve what Arsenal fans want him to achieve, which is, you know, a major trophy, a Premier League or Champions League or whatever it is, or as Errol quite rightly said, like an FA Cup or something, to keep fans happy that he's bringing that winning mentality into the club. If he doesn't achieve any of that, and if he goes out in all the competitions, he leaves the club. Then you rebuild, you start again with a new manager, with a new philosophy, a new way of playing. With a year left on his contract, it just seems stupid to get rid of him now.
Potts, do you think they'll wait until the end of the season to give him a new contract? Or do you think they'll, during the season, say you're top of the league, you're still in the Champions League, whatever, and they'll go, okay, let's... the owners are sort of people that like to get it done before it comes to an end, or they go, right, let's get the season out and assess, like West Ham.
He's going to sign a new contract at Arsenal.
I heard he's already signed it.
100%, he's already signed it. He's staying.
Who's
so, Mikel Arteta. So
I don't know what the terms are, but I heard he's already got a new contract on the table that's been signed. Yeah.
And he will get a new one this summer, and he will sign it. That's why I think he will be here for a few years, boys. I really do. And I know what Pete's saying.
Are you happy with that, Pot? Sorry, because I missed the beginning of the.
I'm not, because I don't feel like you should be rewarding somebody unless they're successful by doing that. But I think Pete's correct in saying that this next season he gets to be proved that he can do it. And if he can't win us a trophy, then you just say, I'm really sorry, it hasn't worked out. We're going to go and get Carlo Ancelotti.
So what's the metric? What's the metric? No, wait. Let me ask the question. What's the metric next season? What is the baseline? What is the bare minimum?
He's got to go for the title again, and he's got to either win it or he's got to pick up a trophy. For me.
But that's what I'm saying. You're just giving him a new deal, so you're going to have to pay massive compensation when you could have just let it go and then go, okay, you ain't done it. Let him go for free. Now you're just giving him a deal. You ain't achieved it.
I'm not saying what I would do. I'm saying what will happen.
No, I'm just saying that seems a bit silly from the owners. Do you know what I mean? If they
were the owners, okay, let me talk like the Cronkies. We're going to give him 5 years. We don't care if he doesn't win anything.
Oh, okay. But when it's interesting when the fans,
because the owners love him, man. The owners have given him all these years. The owners have given him everything, and that's the way it is. People do say this guy is the best thing that's happened since Arsene Wenger, so we're giving him time. I don't care how long it takes. Mikel Arteta's the man. I've never been like that. You know me on this channel. I've always said that it needs to be a successful season. Is that not we come second again, boys? We tried. That's not successful for me. I can sit there and say we've done well this season for sure. That's absolutely fine. We can say we've had a good season, but I want a great season. Yeah, I want a great season. Because what's the difference between Liverpool and Arsenal's this season? Liverpool bottled it a couple of weeks before we did, and they won a trophy we didn't. So they can sit there and say we probably had a better season than Arsenal. Like Manchester United last season said probably had a better season than Arsenal. So we've got to look at it as what we won and what we look at in terms of a trophy. You can't always say, what did you say, Errol?
I said I won't, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I look at
We
it
got
and
humble Errol back. We got humble Errol
The
back.
chest is away. The chest is
Fucking
gone.
hell. Right
The
before
farmers
me and
retired.
Lawless and Maz are out the back door, we get humble Errol back for one episode.
Yeah, man. Bring it back for one night only. I'm in
I
town.
don't want it.
Next
I don't want
season,
it to
humble
be.
Billy comes back.
I don't want it to be. I don't want it. I don't want it to be like, oh, Potts just wants Arteta out, because that ain't what I'm saying. Because I've just said I'd keep him for a year, right? But I don't think it's a disgrace for the likes of Northside, Lee Gunnar, Kenny Cairn, Jez, etc. to go, I'm kind of done with this. I want to win now. I don't think that's a disgrace to say that, right?
It's not.
I
But
do think it's a little
what
hard.
does he
I do think
need?
it's hard.
What does he need then, Potts? What additional resources,
Okay,
tools,
so
support
I'll tell
does
you what
he
he needs.
need to clinch it?
I'll tell you what he needs. He needs to have a bench that he trusts, because he doesn't have a bench that he trusts. So Reece Nelson's hardly kicked a ball. Eddie Nketiah was told he's got pretty much no future at the club. Emil Smith-Rowe came on yesterday for the first time in a while. Fabio Vieira, 35 million, not good enough. You've got the likes of Cedric and El Neni still at the club. When you replace those 4 or 5 players with upgrades on those positions, and I'm talking about some of those getting into the first team, by the way, not just by 4 subs, I think then you can start to look at what Man City have got and what Arsenal have got. Because let's be real, Manchester City have not got 30 world-class players. They've got about 19. Arsenal have probably got about 15. So we're about 4 players short. And if you look at what we've spent and what Pep spent, we're a £300 million short. Now, I look in the last 5 years, and I know we've spent more than Manchester City. But actually, when you look at it, there is a differentiation between that, because we're still £300 million behind what Pep has spent on this Man City side. And the difference between Arteta and Pep is that I bet Arteta would have loved to walk in with Vincent Kompany there, and Sergio Aguero there, and Yaya Toure there, and David Silva there, and Kevin De Bruyne there. That's what Pep walked into. Arteta walked in with Mustafi and bloody Socrates and Granit Xhaka and El Neni and Guendouzi. His best player was like Aubameyang. That was it. Pepe's.
So like that post, but he got rid of his best players, to be fair. But like that post I sent into the group chat before then, is this the beginning? Now that he's got the foundation, the base layer, the spine of the squad, and all the rest of it, is this the beginning?
This is not the beginning, because the process is done. If you want to say this is the beginning of the Mikel Arteta team, you can say that if you want to. But I don't see it as that, because for me, the beginning of the process was when he joined. Yeah, that was the beginning of the process. Big up to LB, big up to everyone that's joined from LB as well. Absolute ledge. So for me, I don't know why people are looking at that going, this is just the beginning. They can say, we'll be back, or this is, one thing he did say yesterday, and I'll say this. When I was in the stadium, one thing he did say that really pleased me was, do not be satisfied with this. That was really important to hear for me. Because what you sometimes hear is, we're proud of them. These are our boys. They've come second. Look at this great Man City side. We should be happy with this. He did not say that. He said, I'm really proud, but don't be satisfied with this, because this ain't good enough. That is what I want to hear, to be fair. That is what I want to hear. So I think he gets next season. If he doesn't lift the trophy, there can be question marks about where we go from here. But I honestly believe he's got the full backing of most of the fan base, the Cronkies, and the board. So that's where I'm at, man. That is where I'm at with Arsenal. We might as well move to Man City, seeing as LB's. It's like a wrestling entrance, isn't it? Like, talking about champions. Congratulations, bro. I did message you and say congratulations. So respect to you, man. And
big up, bro.
I'm honest with you. I was at the Emirates, and what was mad, Lawless will laugh at this actually. What was mad was it went 2-1 Man City, 2-1 Man City. West Ham has scored, Kudus with that unbelievable overhead kick, right? And then everyone sort of went, a little bit excited. And then we celebrated, and then the message got through late to like a section of the fan base who started celebrating again. And I was like, it's not 2-2, is it? You're joking. You're joking. And then it died down, and then we realized it was 2-1. And then the 3-2 thing happened, and then Havertz scored. So, of course, that would then put some excitement in. Go on, West Ham, maybe you can get an equaliser. And then they VAR'd and ruled it out. Now, I haven't seen any of it. I refused to watch it. I was just too peeved, to be honest. But That was the only excitement throughout the whole of the game. And it was so dull, man. When I knew that Foden had made it 2-0 after about 5 minutes, I was like, oh, West Ham have turned up exactly as I thought they would. This is going to be 4 or 5. So I was amazed it was only 3-1, to be fair. But
they even have Lasagna Gate, mate.
Yeah, I know
There's
Lasagna. I heard about Lasagna Gate.
squad.
Apparently, Bowen had tonsillitis, and that was it. That was the Lasagna
Fake
Gate.
news.
So they tried West Ham to get the bug for you, LB, but it didn't quite work out. Most of their players are out. How are you, mate? How are you feeling?
Yeah, no, big up Lawless, man. Appreciate it. You know what I mean? the first 30 minutes, man, West Ham were just chilling. And Phil Foden scored after 90 seconds, which calmed the nerves. That was very, very nice. Now, apparently doesn't do it in the games that matter, which is a mad statement. I think he's 2 goal involvements away from 40 GA all comps this year, which is absolutely insane. Wow. First year properly playing in the midfield as well. Yeah, man, got the job done. Great performance. West Ham didn't really turn up, as I'm sure Lawless will be very happy about. You know what I mean? There was a lot of space for us to move the ball, and we just got the job done, man. Arse went a little bit nervy when Kudus scored an insane goal at 2-1, but then we just got back in control in the second half and just done our thing. So
your whole team was nervous though for a little bit. LB after that, there was a period.
Yeah,
where
of course. I think that's only natural, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's a final game and you just conceded a goal. So especially because of what happened against Palace, the game was playing out exactly what happened against Palace, where we smashed Palace and we drew 2-2. So there was a few nerves, but in the end, second half we just got back on it and did our job. And you know, we put ourselves in a tricky situation after the Arsenal game because we needed to win 9 out of 9. That was the only way we could win the league, to win 9 out of 9, and we did it. You know what I mean? We won 9 out of 9, and so we'd not won, I think, more than 4 games in a row in the Premier League up until that point. So or something like that. So to do that was a madness. We had to go to a stadium where we'd never scored a Premier League goal. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
You understand now, LB, why when we lost to Villa and when Liverpool lost to Palace, when I come out of the Emirates and I said to Robbie, Arsenal have literally threw the league away, Liverpool threw the league away, and Manchester City have won the league. And because there was 8 games to go, everyone went, oh, that's very negative. Very, very toxic thing to say. Well, it was true. I knew Man City weren't going to drop any points. It was obvious. Errol knew they weren't going to drop any points. That's why he knew Liverpool had lost the league. And I said it. And everyone around me, oh my God, yesterday when I said it, they were like, oh, yeah, you're probably right. And we won't tell you that, though. We'll just bury our head in the sand still and stick our fingers in our ears. We don't want to hear it. Everybody, I couldn't believe the reaction when I said that. I was just like, everybody's coming up to me going, mate, don't be negative. Look, we're still in this. Man City will drop points, I promise you. I said, all right, I hope they do. Tell me what game. Nah.
Well, if you say that next year, they probably won't say that. If Errol would have said that after Liverpool, no Liverpool fans going, you're negative, Errol, because they've seen it before, innit? You know what I mean? We've been in these races before, whereas maybe your fans, I don't know, like... I just thought that, you know, I say it at the time. I remember the City game, and obviously you guys set up the way you did, and I thought it was a good point, but you did put yourselves in a position where you needed to win 9 out of 9 as well. And you had hard games, man. If you look at the fixtures that you had after that, like, it's pretty impressive that you only dropped points in one of the games, if we're being honest with you. So he put himself in a difficult position as well. I think it sort of helped us Premier League wise that we got knocked out of the Champions League, because at the time we looked knackered. As soon as we got knocked out of the Champions League, we had a week off, and then boom, we just smashed it. But yeah, man, listen, we just done our job. And
so did Arsenal lose it or did City win it? What do you reckon, LB?
City won.
I think City won it, but had you beaten us at the Etihad, I think you would have won the league. I genuinely believe that. We
would have won the league.
Yeah, exactly. I do.
Well, had they beaten West Ham at the Emirates, they would have won the league. Like 6-0. Oh, 6-0, 6-0.
Yeah.
Should have done it at home, mate. Should have done it at home. 1-0.
I obviously didn't like the fact you won the league, but I did tune into your watch long, and I was creasing when you put the timer at 1:15. I was howling at home.
Done, bro.
I was howling.
That is quite good. That is quite good. That is quite good, I must say. Listen, I mean, I've got to say congrats to whoever wins the league. But for me, it was mad. I mean, for us to draw a game and lose one game in the whole of 2024 and it still not be enough, that's how good this team is, man. Insanely good. And fair play to you. And hopefully for Dan United's sake, you lose the FA Cup so we can still get a place on this show. And that's the way it is.
No,
honestly, Pete, honestly, mate, I tell you what, I will. Fuck. Oh God, I will cry.
LB, tell
I
your
will
boys
cry.
to do the job.
All the
Tell
stuff that your
to
boys and
do the
girls are
job.
putting in the chat about United, and I'm thinking, you guys, look, we all know that City are in insane form. Okay, we know that, and I know in my heart how tough that game is going to be. But if we somehow win that, and we take the place of Newcastle, all your Newcastle fans, all in the chat here, all who have been lovely to Dan United when I've been on there and you've beat us, lovely when I've been on there and I've gone after weeks and weeks of us being shit. The second we beat you, whoa, like the Black Eyed Peas said it, mate, where was the love? Where was the love? Because it was gone. It was gone. So they can keep, I can see, is it Craig in there giving it? They seriously, I would just hold it because I wouldn't put it past this dodgy United side to do something stupid.
I kind of want to see it. I'm sorry, lads.
I'm there. I'm subscribed. I'm in. I want to see it as well.
I got.
LB,
Is it Craig? Pete going? Are you going to do a watch along, Dan? Fuck me, mate. You cried enough on the last watch along I was on. So do you really want me to do another one?
Do you know what? You should do one on Pete's channel, right? Because obviously Pete's watching it for his European place. You're watching obviously a fire. You should do it. Loaded mag.
Hey, I'll tell you what. If Man United win that, I will. Man City. That's absolute embarrassment.
They're not.
That would be Man United.
No way.
They're not winning.
Even when they're at their worst, they pull it out of. They scratch victory at the jaws of defeat. That's what they do.
Sir Samuel Hart, please clip this, my man. Clip it all up. Get those scissors and clippity clip.
Yeah, but clip what he's doing now as well. Clip all this clip what he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Once
won't be here next season, LB. I'm winning anyway. If we lose, when am I going to see it? When I tune in? Come on.
Oh, no, Sam, you're hearing this? Just put it on the start of the other channel.
I'll put it on my streams as well.
Put it in the group chat as well.
Yeah.
Listen, let's quickly come to Maz. The Zerbi talk, brother.
Do we have to?
Three quick.
Or not?
I know we have to.
I was quite enjoying all this Arteta out.
I bet you was.
Really,
I bet you was. But we've had enough of that. Let's talk to Zerbi. What are the three quick questions I'm going to ask you? Why did he leave? Where's he going to go? And who are you going to get?
Why did he leave? He had a meeting with Tony Bloom on Friday. Obviously, didn't agree with what was said with each other. They had a bit of a barnet. No, I doubt they had a fight, to be honest, but they had a chat and couldn't come to agreement with what they wanted to do.
That's two of the shortest people I know. They're about as short as you, Maz, having a fight.
I'll back to Zerbi in that one, I think. Although Tony Bloom, mate, he's a poker man, so I'm sure he's had a few scraps in the casino. He should be able to look after himself. But yeah, they had obviously came to disagreement whether it was about transfers, whether it was about the future of the club, wherever it was. They obviously had a disagreement. He let the players know on a Saturday at 12:30 and then got announced on socials and everything like that at 3:30. So it was all done within 24 hours. Massive shame. Obviously, took us sixth, took us to Europa League, finished top of the Europa League group. Obviously, let's not talk about what happened in Rome that night. But aside from that, he's been incredible. He's been one of our best ever managers. He gave us some incredible memories, incredible nights. So I'm eternally grateful for him. He showed so much passion as well. Like he had a bit about him. I mean, he had that X factor, as well as being a great manager. But yeah, obviously separated their ways. And what's that? Potter? No way, bro. No way.
I asked that in the chat and he didn't reply.
He can suck himself, mate. No, listen, I didn't appreciate the way he left the club. He was poor. We'd just beaten Leicester 5-2. We're fourth in the league. Chelsea waved their money bags around, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm off, boys." And then he started wearing a suit as well, little mug. He had a haircut.
Like Billy, mate. It's like Billy as soon as Villa started winning.
Yeah, he started wearing a suit, mate. He was too big time for Brighton. And I was like, yeah, not having him back. But yeah, look, I didn't appreciate the way he left, and obviously didn't work out for him at Chelsea, which was a great shame. And then now he's been jobless for the last however many months. So yeah, I wouldn't take him at all. And then who do I think will replace him? There's been a lot of chat. I've seen Russell Martin. I've seen McKenna. Just championship managers. And no disrespect, they're great managers in their respective leagues. And what McKenna's done at Ipswich has been incredible. Like he took them back-to-back promotions from League One to Championship, like sensational. And then Steve Cooper, come on, man, like
As,
the links aren't.
I said that on my TikTok today about McKenna because they said about United, and I'm like, let this guy have a season in the Prem with Ipswich. Let him have
100%
experience. He needs it. He needs it.
No, 100%, and I think that's
Surely,
Who do you want, though, Maz? Who do you want, though, Maz?
surely Brighton can't bounce up again. Because after Potter, there was no like dip. You just bounced and seemed to continue to go stride to stride. Surely you can't do it on a third.
Well, no. So that's the thing. It's obviously Potter incredible. What he done for Brighton, incredible. What Zerbi done for Brighton, incredible. And then I back Tony Bloom so much that I think he will make the right decision. Whoever it is, I've seen we've been linked, like I said, with a few names here and there. Fonseca, is it? He's been linked. Even seen Amorim. I know it's very unlikely. Obviously, he was meant to go West Ham, was meant to go Liverpool as well. But,
Lawless, if Amorim picks Brighton over West Ham, that is funny.
No, I don't think it's as much as I'd love to wind up Lawless.
Maz, what about the Palace manager, mate? I know D's watching.
Glasner's mate, fair play to him. He's doing a good job.
I didn't realise they finished above you, Maz, until I saw D piping in the chat. Well, let me just check the table. I can't believe that.
Yeah, goal difference.
That's a madness.
Have we cooked Lawless yet for where he finished, or have I missed that party?
I thought we were getting on to that bit.
We'll get on to that.
We're getting on to that.
We're just talking about how bad our season been, Errol. So it's one of them ones. Look, I don't have a candidate. Look, knowing us, we'll go pick someone in the third division of Argentinian football who's an incredible manager, and he'll come along and blow the Premier League away. Hopefully, that is what happens. He'll get his little scouting system out. Tony Bloom, he'll find someone. And because Zerbi didn't come into the reckoning quite late on in the process, we were linked with some random managers early on, some lower sort of league managers and the championship managers. Again, no disrespect, but and then he came out of left field, and obviously he's a great manager.
Where's he going?
I'm hoping the same.
Where's he going?
Well, so I read obviously Bayern Munich was the big one. That's now been squashed, so he's not going to Bayern. But then I've seen AC Milan, I've seen Juventus. And I believe there might be one more, but
Barcelona?
Then I saw a report.
Juve's a shout.
Barca as well, So I've seen as well that apparently an hour ago someone reported that he just signed for someone with a 5.1 million compensation fee, but he hasn't disclosed who it is. So who knows, mate? Who knows? But it's weird, mate. He was coming out saying he's going to stay. He's, I'm not going to leave. I like it here. I love it here. Even in his speech yesterday, he was, crying on the pitch, and he never wanted to leave. So I felt like he never actually wanted to leave, but I think Tony Bloom didn't agree with his ethos or how he saw the vision of Brighton going forward. So that's where Tony Bloom had to put his foot down. I was like, look, I am the guy at the top. You're not going to take over, operations. Because two of his signings, he got Ansu Fati and Dahoud. That was his signings, and they were awful. And then everyone that Tony Bloom signed has been brilliant. So I think there was some kind of discussions about transfer policy and how much money he'd give us, because we spoke about it in the chat, didn't we, boys, about what Brighton needs to do to go to that next level. And it's about spending money. And I think Tony Bloom maybe is not at that stage yet where he's willing to spend 100 million, 150 million. He's still very much, trying to go.
I don't know that the Zerbi is as great as what people say. I know me and you have spoke about this, Maz. Spoke about it a few. I don't think the guy's a trash manager. That's far from what I'm saying. I just don't see him going to Man United and Chelsea and winning them a title. I think at Sassuolo, Shakhtar, the next Brighton, he's done good jobs. I think if he goes to too big a club, I think it might ruin him. And I think Brighton would have been good for him to stay and actually try to progress there. I thought it would have been a good move to keep him there. I understand there's potentially been a falling out and he's gone, but I know he might want the big time. I just don't see that he is this great manager. I like the way he plays, his style, but I look at Brighton this season. It's not been amazing, if I'm honest, for Brighton.
Well, I said it to you before as well. I feel like there's so many areas he needs to improve on. Like, tactically, he's been inept. He's shown in that Roma game, in that Europa League game, he played a three at the back, which wasn't working for weeks and weeks before. And then he's gone into that game and got battered 4-0. And so it was only at 3-0 down that he was like, I need to change this. So tactically, he's inept. There's been times with the media, he's come out and said things, cryptic messages. He's pointing the finger at Bloom and all that kind of stuff. And there's elements of him that it lets him down. But then there's elements of him which I think he will one day be a great, great manager. Even when he came out yesterday, I think he said he's going to chill for a bit, but he always wants to learn. He always wants to improve. He wants to be the best. And so I think it shows a lot about his character. And yeah, I think any club will be lucky to have him, but he's by nowhere near the finished article, and he's got a lot of areas to improve to be that top level manager to go to a top club. Yeah,
I agree. Dan, do you want him at United?
No, thank you. Next.
Saeed.
Why, Dan?
I don't think he was. I had this argument with Judge Mo. I don't think he's the man to take the United to the next level, and I think it's proved it this season. Like you were talking about the signings that he brought in, this is where we've been with Ten Hag. So I don't think. And look, if he's going to do it right at any club, the way that Brighton are set up, he's going to do it there. So I don't. It's not.
I think that's fair, man. I think that's fair. I do. Sorry, LB. What did you say?
No, I was just saying there are United fans out there. As was just Saeed this morning, and Saeed would take him because he thinks he needs someone who.
Let me guess. Saeed and Don. Saeed and Don would love him.
Yeah, they're both
unbelievable, isn't it?
I just think that, like, you know, we talk about Man United here. We talk about a manager that's like, you know what I mean, gone to Brighton and he's done all right. You know, don't get me wrong, he's done a decent job, but like to take the United job, especially with like the mess that United are in now, I just think that'd be a brave call, man. Brave call. And I don't think Zerbi's done enough to deserve a job like that personally. Like, I think he's done a good job. I'm not saying he's not done a good job, Maz. I'm just saying, like, to go from Brighton to Man United, that's not for me.
No, mate, I agree. For fucking Slot, though, LB, you could say the same for Slot.
I do say the same for Slot. I do, bro. I do say that. I do. You know what I mean? I think that's a brave call from your guys as well. Do you know what I mean? And if it could stink up the gaff, and if it does, no one's going to be sitting there going, bloody hell, no one's seen that one coming. But, you know, I guess from your point of view, you want to be positive about the situation. You've just got to believe that your guys have done the research and that you reckon that this is going to be the man. But
that's the difference. We've all seen Zerbi with our own eyes. We haven't seen Slot. Like, I haven't seen enough of him at all. I watched the Dutch league. So I don't know what this guy's going to be, man.
I've never seen one of his games in my life. It's fucking mad.
Don't worry about
it. Bro's not
I swear to God. Like football fans are so fucking fickle because, like, no one had seen that hammering. I'm not arsed what anyone says. No one had seen that hammering, but I was getting think pieces all over the timeline and all over TikTok telling me this, that, the other, the next coming of Jose Mourinho. No one's seen this Slot. And I've got everyone saying, yo, the only thing that I'm going to say right about it's Arnie diehard Slot. He's going to live by the sword and he's going to die by the sword because trust me, it is going to be long for him if he's shit. Because the amount of stick we've given other fan bases for poor appointments, we've got to come into us. So, but you know, I agree with what you're saying, Matt. Like it's hard on Zerbi, isn't it, really? Because no one really knew what he was about, but he cut his teeth in the Prem. And he's fully deserved. I don't think he's deserved the next step up, but he's established himself as a very, what's the word? He's very capable. Decent. He's a capable coach.
Yeah, I feel like at the moment he's very sort of in the middle. That's why I was very confused by the Bayern Munich links and Liverpool links. I thought that's a huge step up for him. And look, we've seen it in the past with a lot of managers. I think sometimes they move too quickly or they take the wrong jobs at certain times. And I feel like if he had gone to one of these bigger clubs, I think it all would have fallen apart for him. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes. I'll be seeing.
He's at the sort of Spurs level for me. Like, you know what I mean? A team that's sort of
serial loser.
No. Zerbi.
But do you think he's a better manager than Poch? Not Poch. Ange.
No. But I'm just saying he's at that level of club. Like, I don't think he deserves to go in a club above that. But I think you could potentially get him in a club around the Spurs level. I think that's not too unreasonable.
No, listen, I think that's interesting, man. Listen, let's do some super chats and then we will move. George Gooner has said we just need to learn from this season how to remain in control when we have it in our hands. We didn't fizzle out this season, and that was a lesson learned from last season. Big up to George. This one comes in from Marty Gooner. Says 99.9% of Arsenal fans are behind the manager, not for clowns. This one from George Gooner again says, I want to see the owners demanding more next season. I honestly believe Arteta has had it easy the last couple of years in terms of targets. And this one comes in and says, he hasn't signed. There's no contract discussed yet. Trust me, there is a contract discussed, and it would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if it's announced very soon. We've also got some back of the nest. Does anybody know who this is? Says, Lawless, can you make sure you tidy up after today? Need that seat clean for next season. He is so confident.
Palace in Europe.
Yeah, I'm so confused. The guy's chatting absolute crud. And they finished mid-table. They finished mid-table. What's going on here?
That's like winning the league for Palace. That's like a trophy, mate. Honestly.
By the way, me and Lawless right now.
Yeah. he better follow through with that bet. Yeah, he better not back out, right, and follow through because
is he coming tonight?
Basically, if West Ham finished above Palace, he'd have to wear a West Ham shirt and eat a very hot chili on stream. So
that will be happening as well.
Yeah, it's got to be happening. So he better.
I can't believe how close it was, though. I can't lie. That was the closest.
We were like miles ahead of them, and obviously, thankfully, we got the job done again.
Dave Asprey.
What's he saying? That is.
Oh yeah. They've had a better season than most of us. Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't believe he was actually celebrating that, man. That is shameless.
What was that game? Was it the PSV under 21s?
PSV unders. Yeah.
That was shameless, man.
The one they lost last year, he was shushing them, wasn't he? Do you remember? He's doing them and
shushing the little kids.
Man, you gotta love D. There's no one like D, man. He is actually like.
I think he's missing it. I think he's missing a few brain cells, D. I think that's the only.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know where they are, but
he is one in a million. Though.
He is a ledge, man. He is a ledge. But he's got some wild takes, man. He really has. Listen, before we move to some of the team of the season, which has become very, 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 very close, by the way, we're going to ask you to support our sponsors. Football prizes are back. Some brilliant prizes, I must say, as ever. If you're a big fan of the GOAT, of course, which is Lionel Messi, then please make sure you get involved.
About Ollie Watkins, then.
Well, I mean, Billy, I mean,
wouldn't surprise me if you did say that, Billy, the way you move.
I must say, if you are a Villa fan, there is some Villa prizes, and Ollie Watkins. There's no Konza on there, though, Billy. So I don't know what's happening there, but there is a disgrace. Ollie Watkins signed shirt, Lionel Messi, and you know what? There's actual legends in terms of Barcelona here. Retro shirts for you to win as well. So make sure you're involved with that one. Lawless, look at this, mate. Look at this. A West Ham signed 22-23 shirt for West Ham's first trophy in 43 years, mate.
Now, it's not like the one that the Arsenal are selling on their website, the 23-24 Premier League Champions winners. We actually won this one. We won this one. That's real.
You did, mate.
Not like
so if you do want to get in for that one, Lawless, it's only $3.95, mate. And the Bowen and Souček shirts signed and framed as well, if you don't win the signed shirt for that one. All clubs are here. Wolves, we've got Forest, and up here we have Spurs as well. We'll go past that one very quickly. Manchester City, spin to win LB, £3.95 as well. It's all there. Footballprizes.co.uk. Make sure you head over, show them some love, and make sure you're in it to win it. Right, let's move to
Akman's comment there.
What's
Every conceding. That's his new nickname. Everyone knows it's Speedy.
Mate, crazy.
Gonza! You fucking
he's got to be first pick in the team of the year, isn't he? Surely.
Well,
we all agree in every position. And I tell you now, Billy has got him in there. Billy has got him in there.
Oh, without
100%, yeah. 100%.
Surely not after that. Surely not.
Of course he has.
What is actually?
Well, let's wait and see, shall we?
What is actually quite funny is there is a team of this. So I asked you all to give me your team of the season. Some of you weren't able to send it across in time, so you lose your votes on that. But we have got a team of the season. There is a player of the season. There is a signing of the season. There's the overachievers, the underachievers, and the manager of the season that we've all voted on. So let's go through it. Billy did pick Konza.
Oh, Jesus.
To be fair, it was an open goal. It's an open goal. It's an open goal, isn't it? Come on.
Billy.
No, it's true. He thinks it. He actually, he's not. Right, Billy, don't you dare sit there and go, oh, because I'm living in your head rent free. You actually think he is in that team of the season. I can't deal with this anymore. I would take relegation to League 2.
You don't have to next season.
Oh, God.
Clap back, Billy. Clap back.
Yeah.
Is the season finished, Billy? Billy, is the season finished?
Huh?
Is the season finished?
Oh, your season's done, you're not Dan United. Your season's done.
Has the season finished? Answer the question. Has the season finished?
Well,
I know yours finished a couple of weeks ago because Villa obviously haven't really fucking turned up since. But you can't say it, Billy. Billy, trust me. I'm getting on a plane and coming and fight. If United win that FA Cup, I'm not going home and kissing my wife. I'm not going to my fucking nan's grave and going, "We did it, Nan. We did it." I'm getting on the plane and I'm finding you and I'm coming for your son.
And I'll buy you a beer when you're here. I look forward to seeing you.
Well, let's move to team of the season. So, in goal, there was a vote by somebody very shameless on here.
Oh, is that me?
No, it wasn't actually. You did vote for Pickford, which I thought was fair because he was up there with Golden Glove. But
fuck off, mate. You had the
Lawless.
Season.
Lawless was very serious. Lawless actually picked Areola.
Lawless
actually picked Areola.
I can explain. I can explain myself.
Oh, we don't need explanations. We don't need the explanations.
There's reasonable justification.
Billy, I take it back. Everything I've just said about it.
Now, I was gonna put Onana in it, and I can explain why. I almost went for Onana. Now I'm not going by.
What?
No, because I don't judge goalkeepers by goals conceded, right? Because Raya hasn't made nearly as many saves as the likes of Onana or Areola because his defense has done the job for him, right? Now, you look at someone like Areola and Onana, they're both in the top 3 for saves this season. Difference between Areola and Onana is a lot of the goals at Man United have been his fault. I can't think of any goal that comes to my mind that I think, oh, Areola's had a howler there. We've conceded because of Areola. He has made, well over 100 saves.
Has he been better than Martinez?
Around about 100, without being at fault for a lot of goals, without having glaring. Otherwise, I nearly went with Onana, but it was just he had such a shocker first half of the season. But he's made a lot of saves. I don't say, oh, you've had a lot of clean sheets, so you must be a good keeper. No, you have defense in front of you that do the job for you. I think.
Well, it wasn't about clean sheets for everyone else either because Raya didn't get it. Neither did Pickford. Emi Martinez was the one that got the nod. So Emi Martinez is in goal. At right back, Konza was picked by Billy. And then it was between two, Trent and Ben White. And most people voted Ben White. So Ben White is right back.
Errol's
not happy.
Errol's face.
Errol is not
I just remind you Arsenal fans were saying that in the first half of the season Ben White was poor. Yeah. So let's not have this whole revisionism that he's been good all season.
Yeah.
You yourselves were saying in the first half of the season that he's been poor, and then in the second half of the season he's improved.
Well, if you want to aim it at me, I actually voted for Trent, but I go with what the majority say. So
wait. So I went Trent. You went Trent. Errol went Trent.
I went Trent.
White's got 4. Trent's got 3.
What?
So wait, LB Maz. Wait, who's?
I voted on nothing on this.
I haven't voted on
I went
anything,
Ben White.
Oh no, sorry, my bad. It is 3. It is a draw then.
So we go Trent.
Why did you
We go with the right back that's got silverware. We go with the right back that's got silverware.
Imagine how much he would have had, mate, if he'd have actually tried.
I've got Konza, Trent, and then White and White. So I'll tell you what then, let's do this. Maz and LB. Seeing as you couldn't be asked to send me, who do you want to go as right back?
Let's put it on record. I was busy. I was. Look, I don't want to flex, right? But I was in Saudi Arabia for the Usyk fight. Well, anyway, let's talk.
Come on, bro.
No, I'm going to vote for. I'm going to go with Trent.
Okay.
And
LB
should have said Konza then, Maz.
I'll abstain.
Konza.
LB, you got to vote. Come on.
One vote for Konza, did you say? And now we know where that came from.
Yeah, we know where that come from.
Imagine if Maz had said Konza then. Dan United's head would have just fucking blown off.
Just go with who you think's been the best right back.
He's put Villa in every position.
There's been 2 positions. There's been 2 positions.
We know you've gone for bloody Konza. Right?
There's been 2 positions.
He won't have put any of his other
Watkins will
defenders
be in
there
there
to take
somewhere,
the shit
Lawless.
compared to Konza.
Watkins will be in there somewhere.
Yeah, oh yeah.
LB, come on.
If I had
mate.
to vote between one of those two, I wouldn't have voted for any of them two. But if I was, I would go Trent. There you go.
Who
Who
would you
would
go
you
with
go
then,
for,
LB?
LB?
I would have forced a
Fucking
Kanji
sympathy
at right
vote.
back.
Akanji is a good shout, man. Akanji is a very good shout.
So Trent wins it. then.
Let's go with left back. Left back, we got 8 Nori. 8 Nori, who voted for him? Gvardiol.
Me, 8 Nori.
Was it
Quality.
you?
Has to be Gavardio.
Quality left
Has
back.
to be Gavardio.
He's
And then we have got 1, 2, 3. We've got everybody else voted for a doggy. So Udogi got it at left back.
Gavardio, that one.
I voted Vardy LB. So
Big up, bro.
just so
Big
you
up,
know.
bro.
Yeah, man.
Played like
Wait, LB, have you not voted Man City in every position?
No, not
Yeah, but they won the Premier League, you fucking
No,
fool.
I've
They
not
won the
actually.
Premier
I've not. Oh, but that is right. If I had done, my team did win the Prem, bro. So like, there is some.
Mine came
Love
fourth as
Billy
well.
so much,
Is
man.
this man
like,
talking
Yeah,
about?
LB's doing it as well.
If any team,
Hey, boys,
Hey,
this is like being in our chat all over again.
serious. Are you
Yeah,
serious, man?
I got PTSD, I think.
what? Did you vote for a doggy?
No, I went Vardiol, but everyone else voted for a
I
doggy.
can't. But I don't see that. I don't see you doggy being better than Vardy.
Yeah, he got
But
3 votes.
You missed,
So-
you missed like what, 10 games?
He missed like
For injury?
15 of the
How
season.
many games did Trent
50?
miss?
Yeah,
So don't
fair,
give me that.
yeah,
Come on.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Very true. Let's go to centre backs pairings. This was very close as well.
Johnny Evans.
With
Okay,
one,
next.
so Johnny Evans.
Next. Johnny
With
Evans next.
With 4 votes, Saliba. And then with 5 votes, Gabriel. 3 votes, Van Dijk. I think Saliba and Gabriel, fair play, man. They've been immense as a pairing. And then the midfield trio, Declan Rice, Rodri, and Ødegaard
What?
as a free.
Erdegaard over
Why-
Yeah.
why are we
What?
doing-
Over Foden?
No. Wait. Doesn't mean that somebody else isn't in there. Just calm.
Yeah, I know.
Calm.
He's played in the
Most people have put people out wide as well. So, and some people change their formations as well.
Shoot
So
them
we had to
in.
put it into one because some people sent me a 4-4-2, some people sent me a 4-3-3. Some people put bloody 4 strikers up
Who's-
top, pretty much.
Who's playing
So-
4-4-2 in this day and
Who-
age?
who put
Eh?
4-4-2? Billy.
No, look at him.
I'm going 4-4-2. I was
Who's
like,
playing
Pete,
4-4-2 in 2024?
yeah, Pete's loving a
outrageous.
4-4-2, man.
Outrageous.
So
Why
that's
is
the
he
midfield trio,
referring to
man.
himself in the third
I don't think that's
person? What is
I don't
this
think that's
going on?
poor. I think Rice, Rodri, and Ødegaard is a fair trio, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then the front 3 was quite unanimous: Cole Palmer, Phil Foden, and Haaland.
Lawless,
Wow.
I actually went Bowen, mate.
I know, I'm sorry.
I went-
I went Watkins. I went Watkins, Bill.
I went Bowen. I put Isak up top, and I went.
And I
Bowen
was
on the
I was
right.
supposed to put on Kudus on the left.
Billy, what are you moaning about? He's got top goal scorer and he missed 2 months of the season.
But- No, I know.
LB,
I didn't want to put Haaland because it was boring.
You just mentioned, LB, earlier
earlier
how
I'm
amazing
backing
it would have been for Foden to have got 40 goals and assists in the season, which is exactly what Watkins has done.
Right? And Haaland got top goal scorer.
But he's playing for Man City.
You're playing for Aston Villa. You're not some dead team down the relegation zone. You finished 4th. Come on, Billy. Chest out, Mo. Come on,
He's
man.
playing- Watkins is
32
playing for a
goals and assists in
Champions
the
League
Premier
team.
League.
Watkins is a
32 goals
Champions
and
League
assists
team.
for-
What are you talking about?
Fucking hard.
So wait, Billy, are you some
Absolutely
shit
baffling.
nobodies that Watkins has just carried your team to?
No,
that's-
but we're talking about Aston Villa and Manchester City, the team that have just done the 4-peat, for fuck's sake.
Right, but Billy, your team finished 4th. You're a good team. Don't act like you're some dead ass team,
I know
bro.
we are. I know we are. But Villa haven't got 4.
Rattled,
We've not finished in the
rattled,
Champions League
rattled.
spaces for 42 years.
So why don't
Too
we just
relevant.
replace
You've just
all
done
the
the
Man
4-peat.
City players with
Oi,
Villa
Billy.
players then? Because they get Man City. We disqualify. If you're a Man City player, you're
Fucking hell, this
disqualified
Villa
for the
agenda's gone
season.
too
No,
far.
no,
The fact
Billy,
Watkins
Billy.
isn't there is a fucking
Billy,
disgrace.
all-
It's an
all joking
absolute
aside,
I have
disgrace.
Isak has scored nearly as much with less appearances than Watkins.
He scored
Isak
more.
has played less
He
games.
scored
Let me
more than Watkins.
More than
He scored
Watkins. So
more.
sit down, Billy.
Because
Lawless,
in a team that finished
My
eighth.
boy Isak's in my team. And Anthony Gordon. I went with my boy.
Stop. The panel, the chat has just finally seen what he is all about.
Yeah.
They have just
Exposed.
seen what he's about.
Finally. One question. Oi,
It's
Billy.
happened.
Oi, hand on heart, yeah, hand on heart. How many Villa players make it into that 11? That team of the year 11. Go.
I put 3 in.
Go on. Who?
Martinez,
Billy.
Konsa, and
Go on.
Watkins.
Martinez, who? Konsa and Watkins.
Martinez, Konsa, and Watkins are the 3 that I put in.
So you have Konsa ahead of Trent or White.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've missed. Well, not so much Ben White, but I can't come on here and say that that Konsa's the best English defender and then put Ben White in ahead of him. I have to do that for my own pride. Trent's missed a lot of the season, and
So what you're saying is
Watkins
his
has
pride.
just got 32 goals and assists in the Premier League for Aston Villa to make us finish
Do you know
fourth.
everybody
for the first
went
time in
Watkins
42 years.
over
was-
Isak, Billy. then.
I'll tell you who voted
Extra
who, right?
goals
I'll
and
tell you who
assists.
voted. I'll tell you who voted who. Haaland got the most. Isak, obviously, Pete and Errol. And there's one more,
Me?
but I can't remember
Me?
who. Oh,
I
Dan
voted for
and
Isak.
Lawless. And then 2 people went Watkins. That was it, Billy and Errol.
Billy, you can't act
Nunez
like
did
it's
that.
some mad, like controversial
Billy,
thing, bro.
think about it
It's
like
the
this,
top goal
bro.
scorer.
I put Watkins over man like Salah. That's high praise.
Billy, you're acting like
no.
Hoyland's got in above him, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you are
No,
acting a bit mad here, bro.
This
Oh,
is
Nunez.
32 goals and assists in the Premier League for Villa. 40 goals and
which is
assists
good.
over the season.
It's great.
All right then. All right. So if you had to remove one of those front 3, whose place does Watkins take?
Haaland.
Oh my
For
days,
this season,
is
season, it has to be Haaland for me.
Haaland is top scorer in the league. Yeah?
Yeah. And he missed 2 months.
Genuinely.
He missed 2 months
Yeah, he
and
had
still
2
top
months out,
scorer.
He's doing it for Man City. It's completely different.
Oh,
Doing it for
you're
that's not
Villa who
fourth.
finished 4th.
But
Yes.
You're
But
acting
Billy,
like you're this
Newcastle
mad team in
finished
like
7th,
mid-table, bro.
they finished 7th. And so Isak's done even better than Watkins because he's done it in a team that finished 7th. You finished 4th.
I'll tell you what. There
So
is one
Isak-
thing.
why
There is
Isak
one
is not
thing.
over Watkins?
There is one thing we could do here, actually.
He's fuming.
What we could do.
I'm not saying that Watkins is a better player than Haaland or Watkins is
I
a better
reckon,
player than
I'll be
Isak.
honest,
They're both
this is what I
better
would do,
strikers
Pots.
than Ollie Watkins. But
You're saying
Watkins this season
What we could do.
has
Let
factually
listen,
been
listen,
better.
Billy, Let
Pots, if
me
it was
let me
me-
put this forward. Errol, I
if it
reckon
was
you'll
me-
do the same thing as I'm going to do. But
Go on,
there's
go on.
there's 2 votes for Watkins, and there's 2 for Odegaard. So you can pick one of them to drop out.
What?
I drop
You can't put
Odegaard.
Watkins in
I'd drop
fucking-
Odegaard.
Odegaard-
Yeah,
Put
but
Foden in the midfield. Put Foden in
Yeah.
midfield. Drop Odegaard
That's
and
fair.
put Watkins.
That's fair.
And put
Yeah,
Watkins
that's
on
what
the
I'd
wing.
do.
That's more.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's start handing out fucking trophies for just competing and being
Hold on.
involved.
Oi, Pots, let's
If
do
you're
it.
going to
Let's do a
argue
subs
Watkins, I want Isak
Let's do
in.
a subs
I want Isak in
Yeah,
that
wait.
team.
Yeah, I
Isak's
want
got
fucking
more
Johnny Evans in for
Isak's
fuck's
got
sake.
Isak's
Yeah,
got
that's
more
outrageous.
votes than what are you talking about, Potts? Isak's
Who
got
you
3
talking
votes.
about?
Watkins in
What
the
you
team.
Well,
Where's the
actually-
democracy?
Actually-
Where's the
Yeah,
democracy?
actually,
If you're going to fight for
Actually,
Watkins, I
Lawless
want
is
Isak
right,
in the
actually.
team.
Isak's actually got more votes than Watkins. So we can only be Isak
You've got to
or
stick
Odegaard.
to that. You've got to stick to that now.
Yeah, that's
Put
true.
Watkins off. Get him the fuck out.
Go
of
on,
the team.
Pete. Go on.
Get Odegaard out there.
Right,
Go
get
on.
his phone in down and get my boy Alexander Isak in the team.
Yeah.
Get him in there now.
This ain't a
The thing is,
dictatorship. This is democracy.
Christ,
If we're
it's a
being
disgrace.
fair, we can vote on it, but Odegaard can't be out of that team. But
Yeah,
obviously, I had to go by the votes. Like, do you know what I mean?
Billy, it's 'cause
Did
you're
you
a
really
small
think
club,
he's been
mate.
that good,
Small
Odegaard,
club,
this
you're never
year?
gonna get the
I
rubbish.
don't care.
I
Isak's
think
in
he
that
has.
team.
I don't think
Get it
he's
off
been
the
that
lights, man.
good
Get it off the
that
lights.
should be in a team of the year, personally.
I'd have Foden in midfield over him, personally.
My words, yeah.
Personally.
I'd have.
Over Odegaard, you mean, Errol?
Get him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and me. Yeah, and me.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. Foden
You'd have
should be
Isak
in.
over Odegaard, yeah?
Yeah, all day long.
Let's
Really?
The
say.
problem is, there's not been that many great wingers this year, have there? Like, if you think about it, like
Well,
Gordon's
Don't
been-
help with that.
he missed a
Yeah,
load
I'll
of
tell you who
games.
got
Gordon
voted.
and
Owen's
Palmer.
got 16
The
goals.
ones
Matoma?
The ones
Matoma.
that got voted
Injured, though.
for wingers was Bowen.
Get Fatty in them, as.
Yeah,
Bowen
too
got
fatty,
voted,
isn't it?
and the other one who got voted was Trossard, and the other one that got voted was Anthony Gordon.
I put Trossard on the
I
left.
wonder who voted for
Exactly.
him.
Big Ant.
No, Ray Gordon, he's had a good season. To be
I'd
fair.
actually say if you was picking a left winger and there had to be a left winger, it probably would be
I'd go Gordon. Yeah, it
I
would
would
have been.
agree with. I would agree with that. I think Gordon's been quality. Trossard's a good shout, but for goals and assists, Gordon's
People
been
think
quality,
I hate Arsenal when I put Trossard.
Yeah, man,
in
I
and
was well
put in
surprised, man.
Gabriel.
The league's been piss poor for left wingers this season, though. I don't really think anybody's really lit it up on the left hand side.
Facts.
Fair play, man. Well, listen, that's team of the season. That was actually more debatable than I thought.
Wait,
I
can
thought
you give us the final? Read out the final. What you?
Yeah, man.
what
So
you-
Martinez in goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold right back. Left back Udogi. Centre backs Gabriel and Saliba. Rodri, Rice, and then I think you've
Foden.
changed it now. So
Foden.
Palmer, Foden, Isak, and Haaland.
So just to clarify, Arsenal, who didn't win the league, got how many players in the team of the season?
2,
One.
3.
Oh, three.
4 in it.
Look
You got
at
the
this
Saliba.
guy.
You got Saliba and Gabriel.
Saliba, Gabriel, and Rice. Yeah.
Oh, Ben White didn't get voted. Oh, okay.
No,
How
no,
many
no.
did City get in there?
City
Yeah.
got.
Let's see where this is going. I think.
City got Rodri, Foden, and Haaland.
the same.
Cool. Okay. Just
3-3.
Billy, you know this disbelief you're feeling.
Is that all right, LB?
This has been us all season, mate. Whenever you've waffled, this is how we felt all season. This disbelief.
Dan's really hurt by
That
this.
was-
You can see Dan is like, I'm so glad. Dan's like, come on.
No,
So,
that was
he won't
outrageous.
he won't have to deal with it next season.
Mate, I don't care. Just listening to you going, Watkinson, Watkins. Why is it
Watkins this
Can't be.
season 100% deserves to be in
Would
there.
say he's world class.
Oh.
No.
So you're telling me a striker
Right.
who's got as many goals and assists is not world class, but Konza, who has been on the end of hiding after hiding after hiding, is. That's what
Yeah,
you're
what the
telling me.
hell is your metric for world class?
I don't understand.
All you ever say is, well, that's just you. I've got my opinion and you've got yours. And that's why I've got my opinion. You're not give an explanation. Break it down. Just give some reasoning. Explain yourself. How is Watkins
I
not
don't have
world
to.
class? Answer is.
You do actually say that a lot, Billy, don't you, mate?
Yeah.
You have your opinion. I have
Yeah.
mine.
Exactly.
Billy Joseph.
What's the point if we've all got the same opinion?
But it's just a cop out
but-
when you
no,
can't
but-
explain your
but-
opinion.
It is a
We can all
fact that
say
Watkins
anything.
should be in the team of the season.
No, but do you believe your opinions though? Like, do you actually believe when you say Konsa is world class?
Yes.
You don't. No,
Yes, I do.
you don't. I'm not having it, mate. You're not. It's all just a big ruse just to get us
It
all
all
worked up.
started in August against Hibs, and he never looked back since.
Do you know what? I kind of actually agree with D here when he says his cons are even better than Gahey. Like, you know what I mean?
That's actually facts.
Yeah, I've
Fact,
seen
yeah.
that. It's of course. It is. It's just
No,
Errol,
right. That's
Errol,
actually.
talk to me. What are you thinking, bro? What are
He's
you
like,
thinking?
yeah, whatever.
Is he better than Bramthwaite, bro, on a real?
Yeah. Oh, fuck off,
Yeah.
man. Yes, of course he is. What are you on about?
He's got the
He's
best
got his
record.
opinion and you've got yours, Billy.
Oh, Lewis
Yeah,
Dunk
but
is
my
Yeah,
better.
opinion.
fair enough. You have, but I
Lewis
don't
Dunk's
care
better,
for
mate.
it.
Lewis Dunk's better than
Lewis
fucking
Dunk,
Konsa, mate. I tell you.
No,
Oh, Billy, we're not going into this again, man. We'll be
I
another
lost the
hour.
words.
We'll be another hour. Okay, let's quickly go through these then. Player of the season. Billy went for Watkins.
Yeah, most goals and assists.
He's not
Pete-
world class though.
Pete went for Isak.
Really?
my boy.
Yeah,
I'm backing
and then
my
everyone
boy.
else.
Is that the
Everyone
only
else
reason?
went for Foden.
Yeah, I'm backing my boy. Otherwise, I'd gone with Foden.
Fair enough.
Foden took a leaf out of fucking Gundogan's book, and when it came to turning clutch, he
Big
fucking
time.
stepped it up.
Foden was
2-3
my young
level.
player of the season.
He's unbelievable.
Fair play. Signing of the season. 2 people went for Palmer, and then everybody else went for Rice.
No, fuck off.
Overachiever. Huh?
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean, not Errol? You're not Palmer? 40 mil, wasn't it? Great.
Palmer's the
return.
signing of the season all day. All day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
you
he's
were
only
kicking
what?
up about. I thought you were kicking up about Palmer getting
Price
a
they
vote.
Yeah, I
paid
thought
for
he
him.
was as well.
I think that's
I thought he was
the
as well.
season.
No, Palmer should be signing of the season, surely.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not.
No,
I
according to
agree.
No,
everybody
he's
on
not.
the
Rice
panel.
is.
He's not
What?
signed in the season. Who got signed in the season then?
Right.
Rice.
By how
Rice.
many votes?
So
Like
Rice
six.
got 4, Palmer got 2.
Well, can I vote for Palmer? Maz, you're voting for Palmer, innit?
I voted.
No, do you know what? Do you know what? For value for money, I vote Palmer. For value
Yeah,
for money.
100%.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's
got to
a
be a
draw then.
factor.
For
When
value
you
for
say
money, I'm going
Spanish-
Tielemans because he was
Yeah, that's
free.
got to be a
Unfortunately, LB
Yeah,
and
but
Maz's
Tielemans,
votes don't
what?
count because they're lazy arseholes. Couldn't be
Nah,
represented.
me and Maz have been working hard, bro.
Nah,
Exactly.
man.
We've been
Everyone
hustling
else
on,
has been
we've been
working.
hustling
no
on the
excuses.
streets, mate.
No ex-
LB,
no excuses,
you've
man.
been too busy scrapping with Carson, mate.
Overachievers. Who have we
Aston
got
Villa.
here? Lawless
can't
got
remember who I
confused
did.
and put Solanke.
What?
We
Do
meant
you
a
not
team. We
overachieve?
meant a football team. Not fair play.
Oh. Well, Villa overachieved, didn't
It
they?
was quite funny. Who was it? So we had Luton.
He never
Put Luton.
specified.
Luton, they got relegated.
I know how they overachieve.
Who put Luton in there?
I put Luton because everyone had written them off.
Don't
as
worry about
finishing.
it. Don't worry. We don't need a reason. We know who's voted. Move on. It's fine.
That explains
Everyone had written them off. Everyone had written them off that they were beating Derby's 9 points.
Bro,
I knew
they
it was gonna
got, bro,
get-
they
I knew
won
it was
6
gonna get-
games, man. How many games did you expect them to win this season, bro?
Everyone had written them off to beat Derby's record.
Oh, Billy, that is tough.
You've had a howler there, Billy. You've had a howler. I can't even defend you from that one. Conte can't even defend that one. Conte can't even defend the kid.
Billy actually did put Luton / Bournemouth. So
I say Bournemouth. I say Bournemouth.
Yeah, Bournemouth. Yeah,
I
Bournemouth.
can't remember what
100%.
but now.
I say
Where did
Bournemouth.
they finish Bournemouth? Wait,
12.
overachieved better seasons
finished-
than this.
Yeah, no, but they just sacked the manager, Gary O'Neill.
No, actually, sorry. I vote Palace. Sorry, Palace.
Palace did overachieve. Yes, it's a massive overachievement.
So
They're
there's
meant to- yeah.
two votes
Usually
for
relegation.
Palace then,
Yeah.
and there's
Yeah,
two
Bournemouth
votes for Villa. So Palace or Villa are the two.
Palace.
There you go.
Palace.
By the way,
Palace.
that's absolutely killed me. By the way, that's absolutely.
Well, I think it's Villa because they should have probably been
I
relegated.
don't think
due
Palace
to,
are massively
technology.
overachieved though. There, Palace
Yeah,
overachieved at
yeah.
10th. I don't think that's massive
All right,
overachievement.
LB, just check the comments.
It's got to be
mate.
Villa,
It
innit? It's got to
It
be
works.
Villa.
Someone
It works.
please bring up what Diaz just put, please.
What's he put?
He said the underachieved, you idiot.
The underachieved. You idiot.
He's got standards.
Hey, listen, who are the idiots on the panel, mate, and not you? So shut it.
Put that forward in his place.
Although I will
Well, listen,
be
I
departing.
think Villa. It's got to be Villa, innit? Villa got top 4.
Surely.
Surely it's Villa.
Yeah,
man.
but Potts, they didn't win the Conference League. Was that an overachievement or an underachievement?
Yeah, that was
Billy,
poor.
did
That
you
was
go
That was
Villa
poor.
as overachieving?
No,
Good.
I said Luton and Bournemouth.
Good. Good.
You can't have two. It's you got to pick one. That's the
I put
insane-
Luton / Bournemouth.
Then you can't pick a player even. You pick Solanke. So shut up.
Solanke makes more sense than fucking Luton, doesn't it? At least that's something that really was an overachievement.
Do you know what? I actually agree with you, Lawless. It makes it much more.
I was going to tell Lawless, but I thought I'd just leave it for now because it's quite funny.
He didn't even bother saying anything.
So we got Villa. It was also Everton. Pete went for Everton. And that was it. Everyone else was mentioned. So underachievers. This is kind of unanimous. Manchester United.
Oh, okay.
Manchester
What did I
United.
put?
You went for Darwin Núñez.
I mean, that's a shout. You never said player. No, all the other categories, Potts, were for player. And then he just said overachievers, underachievers. So I'm thinking we're still talking about players.
Yeah, it was.
You actually went Darwin Núñez.
Yeah, Darwin Núñez, underachiever. Like for what he's,
Oh
how
my
much you've paid for him, he's been shit. Hasn't he? Like,
Surely Hoyland would have been a more.
God.
Hoyland's
All
a kid. He's a
All
kid,
right,
man.
Anthony
Right,
Anthony.
we'll move on.
Yeah, but Anthony's like
We all
we've
know
had
he's
no
not.
hope.
We all know his Wayne.
The other mentions were Brighton, Newcastle, and West Ham.
What? Who voted for us?
No, I think you did underachieve though, Pete.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a sign of respect, really, bro.
I
It's a sign
didn't
of
vote
respect,
for you,
really.
Pete.
Yeah, but
I didn't really
not-
vote for you.
What? But not the biggest.
Richest club in the world. Richest club in the world. Not finishing at least Europa.
Not the biggest underachievers of everybody. I think there's definitely.
It's us.
Yeah, that's
more.
agreed. Agreed. But you did underachieve.
Do we not think that this season, Newcastle, obviously off the back of Saudi ownership, they finished top 4 last season. They had slightly bigger expectations than Man United team that's been in disarray, and I don't know. I think it's a close one based on where Man United have been. We all thought Newcastle would kick on now and become that next Man City, didn't we?
Yeah, if they would have done though, if it wasn't for the injuries. Look where they are after having such an injury.
But did Man United not have injuries? Did Man United not have a shitload of injuries?
They did.
They
but
did.
not
We've
the same
We've
magnitude.
had a fucking lot.
Not the
We've had
same
to play
magnitude.
Casemiro. What?
Not of the same magnitude
What?
of what? You've had the same amount of big injuries than us.
To be fair, they have had bad injuries, bro.
We've had horrific injuries.
And I did say that. I said
3 of our back
we've had a
four
lot
has
of
been
bad
out for
injuries.
most of the season.
But not of the amount of Newcastle. It's already proven it in the table. In the injury table, we are far above everyone else. I don't even think Man United is second.
won that title, right?
Man United not even second. I think there's other teams that are second. I think Man United are third or fourth in that. They've not had as many injuries as
Brighton
us.
have been up there. Brighton have had.
Yeah, I think Brighton are not far off.
Yeah,
I think
we've been up there as well.
I think it was at one point it was us and Brighton as the top 2. Man United were, I think, third or fourth at one point.
United, to be fair,
I'm not saying they
United,
haven't had injuries. They have.
United have been depleted as well, man.
Yeah, they have had a lot of injuries.
We've been
But
Yeah.
your squad is a lot bigger than ours, and it always has been. You've always had a massive squad of players. Man United have over the years. You're going back 15, 20 years. You've always had a huge squad to choose from.
Arsenal been the luckiest with injuries this
Someone
season.
check it. Someone check the stats for that. Let's look at how far it is. I don't know. I literally don't know.
I can't. I googled it, but it wouldn't have.
Who was manager? Who got manager?
Manager of the season, Pep Guardiola,
Oh,
and then 3 people
Billy,
did vote for someone
wait,
different.
why are you screwing your
Surely
face?
not.
Who would you have picked?
Billy went for Emery.
Oh, of course.
I went for Sean Dyche.
Errol went for Dyche,
That's not a bad shout.
and someone went for Iriola, but I can't remember who. Oh, Dan.
Bro, Sean
Just
Dyche.
won his
Sean
career.
Dyche was
To be fair, Billy, we've not lost a game since the 6th of December.
That was against us as well.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Sean Dyche.
Again, why do you always act like these mad shouts, like mad calls?
No, but what I'm thinking is, in comparison to previous years, City haven't. They're not the Centurions. They're not 97.
Do you know
97,
this is-
99 points.
Arsenal still
Billy,
could beat them.
This is the second highest points tally we've had in the last 5 years.
Just beat the 4 league. They've got 4 in a row.
To be fair, but
Is it?
I still
know,
think getting
maybe.
Champions
Sounds good.
League with Villa's a
Oh,
bigger
good. Fuck off. It's
achievement.
definitely not. It's definitely not.
No, it is. It actually is, bro. It actually is.
It's not.
It is.
Do you mean for winning it?
Bro, go and check it. Okay, then.
No,
91
for winning
points.
it.
91 points this
91
year.
points. Haven't you won it on 9? Go on,
Bro,
go on.
last
I'll let
5
you
years,
do it.
so 91 points this year. Last year, 89. Year before that, 93. So that was one higher. Year before that, 86. Year before that, 81. Year before that, 98. But that's like what? That's 6 seasons ago.
Okay, fair.
Me, Lawless, and Pete went for Pep, and then there was Billy went for Emery, and then Dyche, Errol picked Dyche, which surprised me. And then
That's a
Dan
good
went
shout,
for Iriola.
actually. You know, that's a good shout.
Yeah, no, it
Good
surprised
shout.
me, but not in like a shocking
What?
way. Like I was just surprised he went for him.
No, but like when you deep it though, when you deep it, he had
With a
10 points docked from him.
Yeah.
He's got one of the best defensive records in the league. He went the
Yeah.
majority of the season without a striker. You know, he's made Everton a very difficult team to get a result against and beat, as Arsenal found yesterday. Eventually got it over the line with like a close to last minute winner. I think the job he's done, all right, might not be manager worthy of the season, but I think he's out there with the outside the shout for a very, very good job. Do you know what I mean? All things
I
considered.
agree with that. I agree.
Interesting, man.
Billy, don't you dock points for Emery because he bottled the Conference League? I think that's got to come.
And the FA Cup.
Lawless
And-
can't let this go.
But it's true. We can't just sit there and go, "Oh, we got 4th in the league." Like,
That is an amazing achievement, though, Lawless. You got to say that.
We're talking like Villa getting Champions Leagues just
Once in a lifetime
something-
thing that'll happen. So I agree, it is a massive, massive achievement.
But
Get used to it. Get fucking used to it. That's all I'll say, Daniel.
Get used
Get
to it.
fucking used to
Oh,
it.
Billy.
Pete said last
Me
season.
and Pete we're going to be here.
Don't try and flirt with Pete, mate. He knows what we're all about.
I'm not.
Don't
Get
fucking
used
flirt.
to Villa. Get
Don't
used to Villa
try
and
and
Newcastle
flirt.
being on this show for the foreseeable.
Don't try and flirt. Don't you dare try and flirt.
Oh,
It's
just quickly,
facts. It's facts.
I found
We're
the
here to kick
I
the
found the
door down.
Premier League.
Get fucking used to us.
You know?
Just quickly.
You're like, just stop
I don't
oil,
see-
mate. No one cares.
I never seen Billy so irate before. I've seen the Premier League
It's
injury
a
table, by the way.
disgrace.
Chelsea top, Newcastle second, Brentford third, Man United fourth. There you go.
Oh,
That's
wow.
close.
Brentford,
Just
blimey.
thought I'd throw that out there.
Didn't even realise that Brentford had so many.
Any last words, Lawless?
Yeah, that's what
Listen.
we're coming to, man. That's what we're coming
Look
to.
at him. Look at him.
That's
He
what,
loves it.
that's what we're coming to. Do you know what? Before we do that, let's quickly show people where we were at before a ball was kicked, because that was mad. I don't think anyone got close, if I'm honest. Maybe LB?
I've done. No, I'm great then.
Has anyone done actually near it? I'm
We all
trying to look
predicted the
really-
top two.
No.
Yeah, we all knew the
I've
top
got
two.
the top three. Swap
Apart from
Villa and
Lawless.
Newcastle.
Lawless
Well,
thought Arsenal
Lawless
come
and Errol,
fourth.
Lawless and Errol got it wrong first and two.
Yeah.
But everyone
I
else-
got all the teams in there.
No, but let's be
Who else has
real.
got all the teams
Arsenal
in
got
there?
lucky with injuries, didn't they? Like, if they had the injuries everyone else had, maybe it'd been a different story. You know?
I have all the teams in the top 7. So I got the
Do
top
you?
17. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's done. He's
Yeah,
done well
LB's
there.
got the closest, I think.
Oh,
My
yeah,
biggest
Chelsea
thing is
should
that I
have
didn't
been.
think Aston
No,
Villa would do as well as
LB
they've done.
No, no, it's not Billy's. Who the fuck's LB? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Chelsea-
thing for
yeah,
me
you did
there is
well.
I thought Villa would struggle in the league because of the Conference League, but actually it was the other way around.
You
They
did well.
struggled in
You
the
did well,
Conference
LB.
League because of the league.
Yeah.
You
maybe.
say that we did get to a semi-final.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
can I just say-
two,
can I
mate,
just
by
say
Olympiacos.
Quite categorically, Lawless has held a massive L here. Look
Who's
at
got the
state,
worst?
man.
Yeah, who's got the worst?
Lawless.
one,
He's
Lawless.
put Tottenham third.
man?
He's got
Okay, they
Brighton
finished fifth.
Brighton sixth and West Ham seventh. He's got to hold a
I've
massive
had a
L. I'm
bad one,
afraid.
to be fair, as well. Mine's
Well,
bad.
I didn't know Brighton were going to get all the injuries they were going to have. And I didn't know Arsenal were going to be fucking injury free. Lucky bastards. I didn't know that.
Oh, that's what it is. Injury free. Only way we finished 2 points on Man City. Injury free,
Well,
of course.
we was talking about injuries, and like Maz was saying about his injuries, and Dan was saying about his, and Pete was saying about his
You
injuries.
said about mine.
Oh, everyone
Alright, well, I
gets
said
injuries,
about
though,
yours,
man.
but
Every
it's
team
true.
gets injuries, man. Come on.
Yeah, but no, but what I'm saying is, if we're talking about injuries being a factor, like Pete said, can't we talk about not having injuries being a factor? Because clearly, if everyone else is getting injuries and one team isn't, it's kind of going to be a factor.
I think
So,
that's fair. I think
you know
that's
what I mean? And this is a team that's known for their injuries.
fair. I think that's fair.
Well,
I took that into account.
Lawless,
Suit me.
absolute, like, disgrace to put West Ham anywhere.
You're
near
in the
10th.
mud, didn't you? You said we'd
And he
finish
finished
10th.
ninth. He finished ninth. So,
Yes, I'm saying you underestimated us.
Get in
didn't
that
you?
mud, Pops. Get in that mud.
getting in that mud. Because they didn't finish seventh, they finished ninth, and I'm in the mud. Wow.
Yeah.
Dear
Yeah,
me.
there
What a
you go.
disgrace it was to me to put them one place down. What
Do
a
you know
disgrace.
what? Do you know what the
Bit of
funny
pleasure,
thing is?
Lawless.
What?
Bit of pleasure.
Punisher. Wait, what did you say?
Been a pleasure. Been a pleasure.
Bit of
Been a
pleasure.
pleasure. Trying to
Yeah.
understand what you
Well,
Yeah.
I have got to say goodbye to some people, unfortunately. I've definitely got to say goodbye to Maz. It's been a pleasure, bro. I mean, you did, to be fair to you, I did chat to you in the other show last season. You were a legend. Got yourself promoted, a bit like Pete did. And now it's time for yourself to say goodbye. Unfortunately, this means you're gonna have to speak to D a little bit more, which is a massive, massive shame for you.
Oh, do we get an X factor?
That is a proper relegation. That. That's worse than
Yeah,
relegation,
look,
actually.
he's getting all
Speak to
hyped
D.
like he's getting promoted. He ain't
Getting really excited.
He ain't got promoted. But listen, just
Look at his
remember.
message.
Big up to Sophie and the
Yeah.
Hybrid Squad, by the way. Big up. Make sure you go and subscribe if you've not already. Big up to Soph. What is Lawless? Is Lawless your Lawless? Is D actually serious here? Lawless, end of an era. Back to
Can I
reality.
just remind everyone something? Yeah, I'm one of the founding fathers of this show. One of the founding members. Yeah, Europe 3 seasons in a row, right? Respect,
See the message.
respect,
Respect.
Yeah,
Respect.
Heritage.
yeah.
Heritage.
3 seasons of Europe in a row. Hmm?
Well, I've been here once, so it's been a pleasure, boys. It's been emotional. Look, I'm going to leave it, boys. Life is like a roller coaster. You just got to ride it, all right? So it's been a pleasure, boys.
It has been a pleasure, Mass. An absolute pleasure, my bro. And we'll definitely see you on this channel, but just won't be on this show for now, unless, of course, you get Carlo Ancelotti in at Brighton and he takes you to the league or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that
it sounds about right, mate.
Sounds about right. Dan United, I mean,
Whoa. If you're saying bye to me, I want something to see.
If you listen to me, if you let me finish, then I won't say bye to you. You can say bye to yourself if you want. I wasn't going to say bye. I was going to say you're clinging on. You're clinging on to the weekend, and you're praying that you do the unthinkable.
We put the people.
If we win, mate, you're gone.
Yeah, but we've already done the job. We've got Europe as it stands.
No,
you've still got your work to do.
Yeah, I get that. But if we win, you're gone.
So wait, who gets Conference League if you win?
If we win, Lawless, if we win,
LB's just sitting there like they're not winning.
We've done the job
Chelsea,
because we finished above you. It's now up to you to win that game at the weekend.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, there's a chance you could go too. Yeah, I'm just saying.
It is. But we're there at that moment. We're in that position right now.
But we could say goodbye to you.
It's up to you to do the job.
But we could say goodbye to you, Pete, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you could. But at this moment in time,
the fact of the matter is, the sad thing is, we will no longer see each other anymore, Pete, regardless. So this is genuinely a goodbye for me and you.
Oh my gosh!
I will tune in on Tuesdays to see you, mate, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you bring to the next panel. I think it's going to be golden.
I love that. That's class.
Don't fucking start.
Well, there's still a chance that one of you cling on.
We'll do our job, bro. Don't worry about that.
Listen, West Ham,
we will be there. We will be there, LB. We will.
So that's that. Me, and then we've got Lawless. I mean, wow, bruv.
Yeah.
Been with me since day one. Race for Europe show has been an absolute pleasure with you. But all great things come to an end.
Listen, new process, new project, new era. It's Lopetegui time, baby. It's Lopetegui time. So don't miss us for too long, because we'll be back. Because what are we? We are contenders.
Listen, man, it's a good way to end. Big up to all of you. Absolute pleasure spending Monday evenings with every single one of you, man. It really has been quality. My thanks so much to Billy. Make sure you go follow Billy on AV, Billy and Total Screamers podcast, if you want to hear about how great and world-class Konza is and how much of a disgrace it is that Watkins is not in team of the season. Big up to Billy, man. Always a pleasure, my bro. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you next year, my bro. I will see you next year.
Yeah, I'm one of the few that can't grab onto anything. I will be here. It's a fact.
For 4 months, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
For 4 months.
Can I just say that if you do get humiliated in Champions League, I think you will. Me and Dan will be finding links.
What do you mean it's a big if, you pleb? You lost 5-0 to Palace. What do you mean it's a big?
You got 6-2 to Olympiacos, mate.
Yeah, you lost to Olympiacos. You lost to us twice.
You know, the top 4. If that was a little mini league, we'd have finished top. So
what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
If the top 4 was a little mini league, we'd have finished top. We'd have finished top.
There was only
the games between the top 4, Villa finished top.
You came 4th though. You finished 4th in the league.
4th.
No,
someone explain it to
Billy.
me.
I get what you're
saying. That if you
I get what you mean.
16 other teams from the league, and it was just the top 4 teams, they would have finished top. But
he's saying based on the results, if they played each other over the course of the season.
I get it, but you still finished 4th in the league, mate.
Yes,
it's irrelevant.
Because unfortunately for you,
it's irrelevant, mate. You still get 4th, mate.
But I'm getting this. You lost to such and such.
Listen,
you lost to such and such. Against the 3 best teams in the league, we actually finished top of that little mini league. So.
My last words. Listen, my last words, boys. Whoever's remaining in this panel, make sure you cook Billy week in, week out. Make sure you cook him hacked to death. That's my final words.
Yeah, because
Maz is a new member. Maz is a new member to the Villa.
this is the thing. Because if Dan does go, it's going to be on Pete, Errol, and LB to do it. I hope you guys have the bollocks to call him out on his shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's gonna be a lovely, sophisticated show next year.
Pete, don't take this flirting. Me and Newcastle, we're here to stay, yo. Don't take this flirting. He has come for you several times this season, and private messaged me, and he's private messaged me just today saying Newcastle. And he also said, hang on, he also said Pete wears a shit hat as well.
You know what? For that alone, fuck Villa. Fuck Villa.
He's staring it. Don't believe it. You're better than this. You're better than this, Pete. You're better than this. Don't believe him.
Fuck Man United.
So you're calling him stupid?
Give us our money for Dan Ashworth. Give us our money now. LB, do the job, man.
We'll do our job, bro.
Anyway,
listen.
Potts, as I was going to say, thank you for an amazing season. It's been an absolute pleasure. I look forward to seeing the boys who will be on here next year. Shame about the others.
Big up, man. Big up, bro. Big up.
The fall is going to be beautiful. We will be there.
Exactly. If only every season started from February, Billy?
You've been praying for our downfall since Emery came in. Everyone has. Arsenal.
No, we haven't. We've only started praying for it since February when you decided to be Larry in the chat.
Yeah.
Well, someone is looking forward to seeing you, Billy.
I don't know when this is. 'Cause it's not next season either. So maybe one day, D. Maybe one day.
I need to see a D and Billy.
The season after next when you go back to
Mate, D is a funny man.
D
Everyone else,
versus D,
us three will be there. You have to do the respectful thing. LB, congrats, my bro. Fair play to you. Congrats.
We will be there.
Blue moon.
All right, let's not milk it. Congratulations and big up to you, my bro. And Errol, likewise, we'll be there, man. We'll have to go take them on again next season and see if we can get there, my friend.
We'll run it back. We will run it back with the slot. Hopefully, he slots right in because I'm in grief right now. I'm grieving. We'll get over it.
You got to watch out.
It's okay though, Errol, because Klopp's made a song about him, so you'll be fine now. Fucking do me a favour. Imagine Fergie doing that with fucking Moyes. What the fuck did I watch? What the fuck did I watch?
He took back the manager.
He set him up to fail.
Yeah, but he didn't fucking sing Moyes.
He should have. Maybe then Moyes would have been successful, actually. Maybe it would have worked.
I think he missed a trick, Errol. I thought there was better songs he could have done, to be fair. But
what's that Dua Lipa one you don't love?
I'm going to shoot anyway, boys.
Yeah, man.
See you all again soon.
Errol,
Thank you for the season.
mate. Make sure you're there.
I'll do my best.
We will see you.
See you soon,
big up, Errol. Big up, Errol. Listen, we're going to wrap up as well, man. Obviously, next season there will be a Chelsea and a Spurs fan here. It's probably going to be Don and Deji. So get ready because it is going to be kicking off next season if that is the case. That should be fun. So they will get the invite. They have been promoted and they will have the invitation to go and join this motley crew. So it will be fun. It will be fun. Listen, my thanks to Billy. My thanks to Dan. My thanks to Pete. My thanks to Lawless. My thanks to Maz and to Errol. And of course to LB. We're out of here, people. Take it easy. And as always,
fuck Miller.
The Art.
United.